another weekly edition of the Maureen Spellman Coach's Corner. Coach, welcome. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. Well, entering the final week of the regular season here. Let's look back at last week to start things off. We'll talk about the tough one first. Team gave a gritty effort up at Assumption. Unfortunately, came up one goal short in overtime. Battled back late in regulation to tie it. Just give us your thoughts, and certainly it was an emotionally draining game, I'm sure.
Absolutely. It was a tough one, and as we predicted, it was going to be a tight game. It was going to come down to how well we perform and how much we can kind of take away from them. And it's been the same kind of story all year. It's everybody does their job. We just can't convert those wins, and it's hard to win. And it's something that I'm kind of wrapping my head around. And this team, this program is used to coming into games in a sense of, okay, this is exactly what we need to do to win, or this is exactly what we need to do to be competitive in this game. But now we're at a point in our program where this is what we need to do to win. We're not trying to just be competitive anymore. We need to win games. And it was a heartbreaker, and there was a lot of tears at the end of the game, and it was something, myself included, we were just emotionally drained from that game, and everybody did their job. We did exactly what we were supposed to do, and somebody's got to win and somebody's got to lose, but we're just waiting for our turn for us to be the winners there.
Well, you mentioned, within the program, that culture shift, learning how to win.
Yep.
One program that's certainly accustomed to winning is Lemoyne.
Yep.
They came in on Saturday, ranked second in the country. You hung with them there for a while.
Yeah.
There were a lot of good things, I'm sure, from your vantage point when all was said and done.
Lemoyne, I was actually very pleased with that game. My assistants and I, we turned around at the end of the game and were like, wait a minute, 20-10. We thought it was more like 14-10. We just kind of, the score didn't really reflect how well we played in that game. And from a coach's standpoint, what we really wanted to do was take away the draw. Because they're phenomenal at the self-draw. They win the draw always, and that was my number one goal, was to take away the draw, and we ended up having more draw controls than them. Nicole Healy, she was an absolute monster in that game. The goal was get the ball to Healy off the draw, and we did, and she came up with those one-handed grabs. She was phenomenal, and everybody really did their job in that game too, but it comes down to just kind of their team culture and their recruiting and their skill level, and it's something that we did our best, and from a coach, it's kind of all I can really ask for in a game like that. But it was a good, solid effort, and I was not, at the end of the game, we usually speak first, and then the kids talk, and we let them talk first. And the first thing that somebody said was, I don't feel defeated. I do not feel defeated. And it's a good like a team culture win.
Speaking of your team, you will segue out this week with two of your seniors playing in their last collegiate games. Senior night tonight, of course, against AIC. Lauren Anderson and Jennifer McCarthy have both been with you here throughout the course of the last 3 years. Just give us your thoughts on each of those two young ladies.
Man, I'm going to start with Lauren, because Lauren is a player who she's very important to this athletic department. She's very smart. She's a great leader. She's phenomenal in field hockey, and lacrosse for us and for her was kind of more of her secondary spot, secondary sport. And she stepped up huge this year. We had a conversation after the first couple games. Coach, what else can I do? I'm doing the best I can as a leader. What more can I give? And that's exactly what you want from a senior. It's exactly what you want from all your athletes. And I told her a lot, like, listen, this is exactly what I need from you. We had that conversation, and that day, she turned something on, and she has been so productive on attack. She got her first hat trick of her whole career this year. She's been a solid performer for us, and it's something that I really honestly didn't expect, and I'm just so proud of her, because she's really become an offensive threat, and I wish I could keep her. I really do. I wish I could keep you. And then Jen's she's a natural leader, and it was unfortunate that we didn't have her freshman year. So she came to us her sophomore year. Right off the bat, I knew this kid was special. She's a leader. She's just a natural leader. Everybody on the team respects her. They look up to her. They see her as a mom. She has so much responsibility outside of lacrosse. She works as a teacher, and she wakes up earlier than I do every day, and then she goes to work, then she comes to practice, and she works hard. And I don't think there's anybody on the team that cares more about the future of this program than Jen. And I'm really going to miss her. We're hoping that she gets a job close to New Haven so we can kind of keep her around for practices next year.
Seniors there,
Yeah.
I know they'll certainly be missed. But again, still a few more games to be played left for them, starting with tonight AIC.
Right, yeah, big one.
It's been close games each of the last few years.
Yep.
Well, I'm sure you're expecting more of the same tonight.
Yeah, I mean, AIC, this is going to be a really kind of important game for us because we're watching film, and I know they're watching film, and it's hard to ignore the similarities. Our teams are so unbelievably similar. We're a driving offense. We scare teams, both of us, and we make teams nervous. We're relentless. And I think tonight's going to be a real battle. I'm really excited to see kind of how it turns out because it's going to come down to, it's going to be a chess match, coaching-wise. So I'm excited.
You got your kings and your queens.
I'm all lined up. I'm ready to go.
Season will conclude on Saturday up at Southern New Hampshire. Again, a close one last year against them. I know you're thinking about tonight first, but looking ahead a little bit.
Yeah, we're always planning ahead.
Yeah.
Southern New Hampshire, they're always very dangerous in the sense of they're always fast, they're always very big, and they're always very aggressive. They're phenomenal on fast breaks, so that's something we're going to try to take away. I know they play a strong backer defense, and we're ready for it. So we'll see.
All right, well, Coach, good luck tonight.
Thank
Good luck
you.
on Saturday.
Thanks, everyone.
We'll wrap it up and put a nice, neat bow around the 2016 season next week with one last edition. Until then, have a great week, everyone.